Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another war selection video. I know, it has been a while and I'm sorry for that, but I am now back. Today I'm going to be showing you a 1v1 double population game between myself and a very experienced player. Pizza, or Pizza Chorizo, one of those. This is from a tournament that was run a while ago, but the game was too good to not show you guys. There's lots of action in this one, so sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy this very intense tryhard 1v1. Let's get into it. So we start out in the top left corner of the map with a fair bit of trees, an iron node and a great place to put a warehouse. I send my scout out to find out what's around me and proceed with the production of houses, and with it being double population you should have queued at least 100 workers or something, so they should be pumping out at the same time you're getting the wall of houses down. I should mention that with the format or rules of this tournament that there is actually a 10-minute ceasefire which I had no idea about. This caused some controversy in my next game, but because I knew of how great a player Pizza is, I wanted to play defensively anyway, and nothing really happened until more towards the 11-minute mark in the game. So let's go ahead and skip to the action. You can probably tell that I did not know about the 10-minute ceasefire because of the strategy I played with in this game. I built way too many fight pits for there to be no Stone Age attack at all, and I was wondering why he was not attacking me. It was quite confusing at the time. And when I finally scouted his base, I saw that he only had a couple of fight pits himself because he just focused on aging up for the stronger units, and done a great job of keeping me out. I decided instead of just going for an attack, I would clear the animals on the way to his base so my army would not get hurt as much. With no vision, I was getting more and more worried about where or when he would attack, so I got some defensive towers down in my base just in case for anything, and of course built a wall myself, as these bronze and iron age units will still struggle to get through. To my surprise, Pizza had a full wall built already, blocking any entrances to his base, so my 80 or so warriors were now useless. However, I carried on my tower push and eventually got the vision that I love so much. Because of that wall, I had to be really quick in upgrading now because he was completely safe. All of a sudden, a nice army of warriors from Pizza come out and start chasing mine. I pull away to find out just how much he has and focus a bit more on my economy at the time. He didn't really fancy a fight and decided to go straight up to my base with my wall only being half built. As you can probably tell, I was now starting to worry. I tried getting out some spearmen as soon as possible and upgraded my fight pit so he would not see how far behind I was. Pizza done a fine job of making most of my army disappear by splitting his army up, and now my base and workers are in trouble. I had to keep my Stone Age workers safe for the poultry yard, as they are much more efficient than Bronze Age workers when it comes to food, and I soon dealt with the annoying stack of warriors and sent them back down to his base to see if I can do anything at all there. With the dock now coming out, I wanted to destroy his food income as much as possible, so the sampans early on were going to do the job. Also, looking at the top, I'm nearly in medieval and my army was just outside of his base with all the vision I needed in case of an attack from him once again. Then I realised from the attack he put in before, I had no workers on iron, and this stopped me from aging up massively. It was a huge mistake, but it's very easily done, I think. Pizza produced some sampans to get rid of mine, and we see an attack from him towards my dock. I threaten him with some medieval towers so he knows that I have now caught up and will be starting to produce a much deadlier army. I needed to get that dock upgrade for the stronger boats to really destroy his food income, and then it was just waiting and upgrading because my wood resource, like the whole game, is pretty bad. And my next thought though was going to be hand cannons and archers. I'm not sure how easy that was going to be though. They'll go along nicely with some siege units to get through that wall because I've done nothing to his economy yet, and that was a problem at the moment. Pizza put some archers in the gap in the sea to do a lot of damage to those weak aged junks. But it does look like I managed to get rid of those fishing boats, and now Pizza's ships have upgraded, so I know that he is not far behind me at all in the ages. My siege weapon was ready and it was time to get through that wall. But without realising, I could get through to his base after all. How annoying. How long have I been able to do that and not realise? Anyway, I get through and notice he already has armoured elephants. Oh no, now it was time to worry a lot more than what I already was. I had very little wood and I know I had a lot of food, but I needed that to reinforce my army with archers, so that food is going to go real quick. Pizza got rid of my attack quite easily in his base and was now starting to push out himself. I had a little bit of time before he got to my base, as I knew he would take out my vision and the docks first, and I assumed the resources might become a problem for him at this point, as he was stuck in the corner, and with my junks out on the sea he could not get to the other island down south so easily. I had to let him have it though. I was running out of wood and had to focus on building a defence quickly in my base for those annoying elephants that were coming my way. Not only was he attacking on land, but he also had a few ships that was about to annoy my economy, unless I can get some ships out of my own, but it had to be quickly. Again, I hadn't really knocked his economy, so he is probably sitting on a ton of resources, just ready to rebuild anything if I did make any kind of impact. I was trying to upgrade my houses to get to the late medieval age, but still my wood was a problem. And his army is now inches away from making the first attack. I threatened with a small army of archers and realised he could get into my base up the north of the map if he went there. I had to get a wall down there ASAP. And now the ships were here. Although they were pushed back rather easily, for now. Again, another attack on land comes in and he tries to destroy my gate to get inside. Of course there's a tiger there when I'm trying to build a wall, of course there is. It was not as easy as he thought trying to push through my wall, and now my resources were looking much better as I try and send down some more ships to attack his food income once again. I also pushed on land with my archers because of how much food I had. I knew I could easily rebuild my army if I needed to. Unfortunately, when my ships got to the bottom, he already had a ton of archers just waiting for them, so I could safely guess that he was getting resource on that other island now, so I sent a scout ship over there and tried to do anything I could with the rest. I wanted a balloon tower, but then realised that would take away the territory vision I had, so I had to get another tower to come forward again. In this time it was so easy to guess that he was on the way to industrial, the same as me, or already there and is just producing an army big enough to take me out easily. Oh yeah, the idea I had with the hand cannons, that's only just come in. I know, it's kind of late, right? But I still try to do something with them, as they are still very useful with a load of archers behind them. Unless he has guns, then they're not useful at all. I also had a guess that he would be going Turkey, so it would be so easy for him to play defensive, and I was running out of ideas of what I could do at this point. At the time, Turkey was much stronger than India, so I did not think he would go India at all. I saved a lot of resource for when I finally hit China, so I could try and catch up easier. I managed to take out a few elephants, but I don't think it really mattered for him, as he was just building industrial stuff. As I was getting closer, there was a little bit of a fight here, and then all of a sudden, some elephant machine gunners come out. Oh no. He went India. Either India or Great Britain are the only counters for China, so I knew I was in a lot of trouble. China is usually the way to go in 1v1s because you can just spam a load of militiamen or mounted guardsmen in the later ages to try and knock their economy, and so on, but these elephant machine gunners are going to be a problem. Once he stacks an army of those elephants, no militiamen, soldier, boat or anything will be able to get through, until I have built the foreign supply centre, and that's a long way away from now. I was in sheer panic trying to build something, but there was honestly nothing. I thought rangers would be my best option because of the distance, but the elephants still shoot just as far as them, if not further. Pizza had chose the perfect country for this game, and it was just such a brilliant strategy he played with. Of course, he sends in some boats to be even more annoying, and I just had to focus on defending now. He also had galleons that I could just not get close enough to. The elephants were killing my army ridiculously easy, and it was just looking like the end for me. Again, I was running low on wood. My whole medieval army was destroyed, and all I had was 15 rangers and 10 mounted guardsmen that had hope. But I had none. I should have built a lot more MG towers, as the bullets done hardly any damage to these for some reason. So at least I learned that if I played China, you need to go ahead and spam a load of MG towers in case anyone in the game is India. He was now taking out my town hall and had complete control on the sea. You could probably say that he had control on the land as well, but I had one last trick up my sleeve with these mounted guardsmen heading down towards his base. Sadly, they'd done pretty much nothing, because he just had units everywhere. He was just ready for anything that I would throw at him, and I couldn't produce units quick enough. However, he did give me a little bit of time to breathe, but just looking at the map, it just looked like he was stacking everything before making a huge push. Oh, and I also had no food now. Great. Once he had realised he can go north of the map into my base, it was looking very much like the end of the game. I couldn't produce anything with no food, and every time I brought something out, the elephants just destroyed them instantly. So you can probably tell I went ahead and lost this game. But I must say I had so much fun playing it, and I really think the reason why is because of the double population. Because of the armies you can produce and the different strategies that can potentially be used, it uses a lot more brain power. I mean, after this game I was knackered, and I still don't think I played to my full potential. I still have my scout boat sitting at the bottom of the map. Maybe if I had transported some workers down there or something, I could have done a little bit more damage. But anyway, as he is finishing me off, I hope you enjoyed this great 1v1 against Pizza. He is really a great player, and every single time we play it really is great fun. A very respectful GG to Pizza, and I'll try and get you next time. If you did enjoy this video, then I'd appreciate it if you could press that like button. Comment down below anything at all to be entered into a giveaway for a country code, and there's more information in the description of course. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as this will only motivate me to make more videos for you guys, and etc etc. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, peace!